Do you know that it takes the same amount of energy to feel this emotion versus that emotion? Once we know this, it makes it so much easier to help us transform an emotion to one that we actually want to have. Stick around and I'll tell you more. Hi, I'm Connie Jo Holmes with Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching, where my mission is to teach individuals how to confidently and courageously move from reacting to life to owning your life. And to me, when you can understand that you have the power to actually control your emotions and have them be something that actually serves you, that is a great way to learn how to own your life. Now, if you are new here, thank you for being here. I'm glad that you are. So please consider liking this as well as subscribing. And if you are a longtime listener, I really appreciate you. But also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. But also, if you could give it some love being a like, a comment, a share, something like that. Because with the algorithm, unless these videos get attention, they just kind of they're not even known by anyone. And I'm going to be really honest. I've thought long and hard about stopping these videos just because they're not getting lots and lots of traction. And I still am undecided on what I'm going to do. But if you are a longtime listener and you get a lot out of it, please give this some kind of reaction, please, just so that some of these videos can be seen by many more people. Because if you do watch these regularly, you do know that I give a lot of great valuable information, even if it's a little nugget that you can take with you and use that day. So think about how many others could possibly benefit from that as well. So thank you very much for considering that. So what I want to talk about today is the energy that it takes to actually feel an emotion, and knowing that almost any emotion that we decide to feel, it takes the same amount of energy. And so therefore, if we want to transpose that energy towards something else, we actually can do that. So an example is, you are angry. Anger takes a certain amount of energy. We all know that. We've all been mad before. Actually, I was just mad 5 minutes ago. I was on the phone call. It's a monthly call I have to take with a customer service situation with my bank and my credit card, and it makes me insane, to the point that I might have to change banks. It's really not good, but anyway, so this is fresh on the heels of me being very frustrated on this phone call, and I thought, you know what, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and what a great opportunity to do this. So I ended up turning my energy around, but it did take me a little while. So okay, so anyways, so anger definitely takes a certain amount of energy to feel. But do you know that to decide that you want to actually become determined, and that determination actually takes the same amount of energy? So why not use that energy and actually apply it towards something that could be more beneficial? So as an example, with my customer service that I just got off the phone with, it didn't help too much that, the person made me feel stupid, that I, don't know how to log in and all this kind of stuff. So right there, immediately brought some anger into me. But after a little while, then I turned that anger that I felt towards the situation, and her a little bit too, into determination to get my credit card statement up so I could see it, and then also to pay it. That was my determination, was just to get that done, but also the determination so that she would hear me and she would understand the problems that I face every single month with this, and to actually try and help me with it. So I was actually able to transfer that energy of anger and turn it into determination. We can do the exact same thing with fear. That energy that we put into being fearful, we can actually take that energy and we can turn it into excitement. And then if you think about it, depending on what we were fearful about, we might go and do it. And then that actually might create some adrenaline inside of us, or something like that. And then that's actually going to give us even further energy down the road. So that's just a way to think about it. The other one is, sadness. We have all been sad before. And that that's a pretty heavy energy that we feel too. But a way to actually, convert, if you will, that energy from sadness is you can actually think about gratitude. And so if you would actually put that energy into finding things that you can be grateful for, it actually really helps to dissipate that sadness. Excitement can override fear. Gratitude can dissipate sadness, and determination can definitely override anger. So think about that with some of the emotions that you might feel, and especially some of those that you're not too comfortable feeling as well. So, with guilt is definitely an emotion that carries some energy to it. So, with guilt, can you actually think about like lessons learned from whatever it is you feel guilty about? If you were to actually put your energy into learning lessons from that, you can let go of that guilt. And then those lessons learned serve you so much better, so much deeper, so much longer than carrying around this guilt. So that's the point of why we want to transpose some of these emotions and the energy that we put into these emotions. It's actually quite important to do that. And I made a couple of notes, so I just want to look down here, is just basically it's the same amount of energy that we're putting into it. So why not, put it into something that can actually serve us? And then also, this might be like, once I say this, you're going to be like, well, duh. But I think it's one of those things that we tend to forget sometimes. But the fact is that we have this internal awareness, and we actually only focus on something when something is wrong. So like right now, think about your left knee. If your left knee, it feels fine, you weren't even thinking about your left knee. But now that I told you, hey, focus on your left knee, well, hey, I kind of feel it. I feel myself standing on my left knee. I'm moving it around a little bit. I feel it. But prior to me putting my attention there, I didn't even pay any attention. However, now if I had a pain in my left knee, I would have been very much mindful of it, and I would have already been paying attention to that. So that's an example and a way to confirm, I guess, what I'm saying, that we really only put our attention to those things that are giving us trouble. And so if you can actually train your mind, because like if you're angry about something, if you're sad about something, if you're fearful about something, that's giving you trouble. So you're putting your attention to that. So as long as your attention is on that, why not take that attention and that energy and put it towards something that can actually serve you? So that's something to really, really think about. What is it that is on your mind right now? On your mind, your body, your spirit? What is something that just is present with you? And more often than not, I'm going to guess it's probably something that is bothering you, something that is a challenge. So is there a way that you can use that focus, that attention, that energy? And is there a way that you can transpose that and think about something that can actually serve you? All right. Now, if it's a physical pain, with that, it could be for you to, maybe move your body a little bit differently. Maybe it's to adjust yourself. Maybe it's something like that, so that that attention isn't on, that hurt area of your body. But if it's definitely an emotion that you're carrying around, and I'm actually going to challenge you, if it's an emotion that you've been carrying around for a while, that might be why a certain part of your body hurts. But also, over time, when we carry these certain heavy emotions with us and we don't process them and we don't learn and grow from them, they actually become part of our they actually become part of our identity. And in doing that, it can somewhat become part of our personality as well. So if you are sitting there with this type of a personality, maybe that negative Nelly, maybe that Debbie Downer, maybe something like that, that person who, always looks at the glass half empty, or do you even have a glass? But if you kind of have that personality and that temperament for something like that, you're focusing your attention on something that is wrong and something that's challenging you. And so the energy and the awareness that you're putting towards that, you're powerful enough to do that, right? So you're already doing it. So why not take that and apply it towards something that can actually serve you and to allow you to feel better? I really hope that makes sense. And for some people, that message right there might sting just a little bit. And if it does, either I'm sorry or you're welcome. But really, you're welcome, because sometimes we do need to hear messages like this. No one is perfect. I'm far from perfect. Like I said, I really, at the beginning of that phone call with the customer service lady, I just said, I need you to just listen to me for 30 seconds. I just need to just complain. And I did. I just like barfed it all out. But I told her in advance that this is what I need. I just need this. Please listen to me. And so I mean, am I proud of myself? Even because I was probably pretty childish and very aggressive in my language and my words and stuff. No, I'm not really proud that I did that. But like I said, I did catch myself in the middle of that phone conversation, and I was able to turn my anger into into my determination, because I really wanted to get a resolution for this. So I share that with you, because even though I'm talking about this topic, I'm far from perfect in this as well. However, I am somebody who I really do specialize in your emotions. And I encourage everyone that I talk to, my clients, but you right here, and just anyone who will listen to me, I talk so much about emotions, because when we can really tap into them and understand them and know that we can actually control them, that's very, very important. I do want to say, with controlling the emotions, it's not always about, puppy dogs and rainbows and that kind of thing, because sometimes we are pissed. Sometimes we are hurt. Sometimes we are anxious. And all of those things are okay. It's not like, we have to like always be positive all the time. I mean, when you're hurt, you're hurt. And when you're angry, you're angry. And it's okay to feel that, because when you get angry about something, it's because somebody contravened your standards. Somebody contravened your values. And that, quite honestly, that's why I was so irate on this phone call today, because every single month I have to call this bank and I have to redo everything. And it's a time suck. And also it's ridiculous. I mean, they have a glitch in their system. They need to get it fixed. And anyway, so I'm angry because my time is being, manipulated. My time is being stolen from me. I though need to turn that into my determination and decide, okay, it's probably time to go and get a different bank. And the time that I'm spending to redo everything, I'm going to get that back every month by not having to be on this phone all the time. So that's where my anger can turn into determination. So my whole point of all of this, and kind of in closing, is that, it is okay to feel those heavy emotions, as long as we learn from them, and as long as we don't allow them to get the best of us. And that's the whole point with this message. And then also the whole point with, our energy, and knowing that we can apply this energy towards something that can actually be more serving towards us. So, all right, I hope that was helpful. So if so, please comment on this. I really, really would love to hear comments on this. And if there's any kind of dialogue that we can have with this, please, let's let it run. All right, thank you so much. Bye.